guys, Scott here with Trilogy Talk, and I'm here with another episode of Trilogy News. A lot of things have gone on over the last few weeks. Sorry I missed you guys last week, but I was actually in Arizona and Las Vegas checking out all the action. I hope you guys got to see a little bit of my follow-ups or some of the stuff that I did down there. I did quite a bit with Instagram. I did a Facebook Live during the Memorial, plus I did a bunch of video. I released a video of all the video coverage that I did during Las Vegas. I'm working on the one for the Memorial now, so you can see all the little video clips and things that have been going on. If you're not already following, follow Trilogy Talk on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Make sure you check those out. Make sure you like, subscribe so you don't miss anything. I'm planning on doing more of that kind of stuff. As of now, I'm planning on going to Jonesboro, and we'll see where else I get for the rest of the year. But it is something I am discovering that I really do enjoy doing it, even if nobody's watching it. But hopefully you guys are watching some of it. So, all right, so Trilogy News. We're going to start with just the most recent stuff. And I only really followed the Memorial and the Las Vegas Challenge, so anything that was played in those 2 weeks, if team members or Trilogy guys played that and I missed it, I do apologize for that, but we did focus on Las Vegas and the Memorial. So starting with Las Vegas Challenge, great tournament, pulling it up on my computer screen, and actually, some new news, I actually just got myself a microphone. Tell me what you think. Does it sound any better? Put it in the comments, send me a message or whatever. I'm trying to improve on my technology, improve on the way I broadcast this stuff to you. So let me know. If it sucks, tell me it sucks. If it sounds better, if it sounds the same, let me know. So, all right. So the Las Vegas Challenge. Las Vegas Challenge, for those who didn't see, Las Vegas was cold. Coming from Kansas City, I left snow. I arrived in Vegas to cold. I was pretty much in a beanie and a hoodie the majority of the week. We got snow one morning. It's actually pretty crazy. They closed school down there for like an inch of snow for the like third time since 1974, according to the news down there. So it was pretty intense for that stuff. But Calvin Heimberg won it. Love Calvin, Innova bass player. Fun guy. I actually got to play with him during the Jomez coverage of the USDGC in 2018. The guy can throw a mile, but he won. But from the Trilogy perspective of it, the star of the week for the Las Vegas Challenge was Dustin Keegan. So for those who didn't see, Dustin Keegan actually had the hot round, I believe, for the third round, shooting a 1064 rated round. And after, I believe, 4 or 5 holes of the final round, he actually tied Calvin. So he was right there in the lead with Calvin. Calvin struggled a little bit on that front 9, but somehow got his win in the back 9 and then tore it up, shooting a 1027 rated final round, and same, which is what Dustin shot. Of course, Eagle, Kale, Josh Anton, Kevin Jones, Simon, they all shot really well as well to catch him. But Dustin, who finished in 6th place, but only 6 strokes back, which he was, I believe, 4 or 6 strokes back going into the final round, had a really good charge. You don't see Dustin a lot. He kind of has that good tournament here and there, but he is a great player, and he did very well during this tournament. So he did well. Eric Oakley, who finished in 8th place. AJ Risley finishing 14th place. Jordan Castro and Albert Tam with Latitude 64 finished in 23rd place. So those are our top 25. Our FPO division in Las Vegas, getting the monkey off her back, winning a world championship in 2018, coming from behind with Katrina Allen in that final round. Paige Bjerkes gets her first national tour win. Super excited, super proud of her, and I know she was super happy to get that again, monkey off her back, and to make that accomplishment. Great way to start the year. So struggling a little bit, finishing in 7th though, and coming back was Paige Pierce. A little rusty in that first tournament. She didn't have a lot of tournaments prior to that, or any tournaments prior to that, to prepare herself. So she really did go into that tournament cold. But either way, 7th place. And Callie McMoran, I really don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. McMoran. But, well, I apologize, Callie. I met her actually over that weekend, and I didn't ask her how to pronounce her name, but she got 10th place. So Las Vegas Challenge in the books. Great tournament. The Las Vegas Challenge has a 150-page caddy book, so it's pretty intensive, very organized. And I know I've talked about this in one of the past episodes, but still just very exciting. So then we drove the 5 hours after that was over to the Memorial Championship, the Discraft Memorial Championships, which was the kickoff to the Disc Golf Pro Tour. On the National Tour side, we had, in the FPO division, we had Paige Pierce battling, taking second place. Rebecca Cox with fourth place. Paige Bjerkes struggled a little bit, but gradually worked her way back to seventh place. Callie again in ninth place, and Missy Gannon in 10th place. So several girls in the FPO division in that top 10. Awesome. In our open division, we had Johnny McCrae, who was on the feature card to start with, struggled. Finished after that round somewhere in the 60s, like 63rd, 64th place. I saw on Facebook today, he talked about the event. He had a goal of the top 10, and he did. He battled all the way from 60-some place to 6th place, solo 6th place. That is huge. So, but Chris Clemens and Grady Shue, they both tied for 17th place, and AJ Risley with 21st place. So the Memorial Championship, a lot warmer. Conditions were ideal. Eagle McMahon ultimately winning that, but between Eagle and Simon Lizotte, both shooting 1,100 rated first rounds and nearly 1,100 rated second rounds, but after 2 rounds, they were averaged over 1,100. Just impressive. But again, out at Fountain Hills, those conditions were optimal. When you can throw a 450-foot pure hyzer with no wind, I mean, you're going to just tear that course up. Great course. Great weather, great tournament. I know they struggled a little bit with the Disc Golf Pro Tour. There's been all the media hype of what they've done with their changes between Jomez, Central Coast, Smashbox, what they're doing in-house. I know they struggled a little bit at the beginning, but they definitely started getting their ducks in a row, and it improved quite a bit more by the time the final day was over. I expect as we go into Waco and Jonesboro, it's just going to get better as well. So that is those 2 tournaments. Again, I'm sorry I missed it for any of the other players that potentially played well. If you played well over the week and I didn't catch it, still congratulations to you and way to represent. But either way to represent yourself. So good job. So during that course of that week, though, bunch of discs were being released. A lot of the dynamic discs players who had their signature series, like the Oakley Lucid X Felon was an example as one. But all those players started to get those discs. They're selling them individually. I honestly don't know what the whole list was, but I know they will be released on the DD website here soon, at least from what I heard. I also know that the Opto X Fuse with Johnny McCrae, the Opto X Compass with Grady Shue, and the Opto X Explorer with Emerson Keith. They all have those. Again, I don't know if those ones will be on the website here, but I imagine those 3 individuals have them. I'm really excited to check out the Opto X Fuse personally. According to Johnny, I got to actually feel his while we were walking to our starting there in Arizona. I was starting way before him, but we were still in passing, but I got to feel it. It feels good. To me, it didn't feel nearly as hard as a lot of like the Opto X Saint or a lot of the other Opto X discs as well. So make sure you check those out. The Disc Golf Experience, that registration opened on the 1st. Nearly 400 players registered for that tournament. Give me a second here. We'll see what that looks like at the moment, but that is on June 29th out at the Broncos Stadium at Arrowhead Stadium. Looks like the VIP is pretty much sold out. They've got 1 spot as of this moment. I am looking, but let me see. But tons of spots on the other positions like the Players Experience. Even if you can't go, just to get a players package. Let's see the disc that they have. I don't know if I'm certain they have announced it someplace. Honestly, don't know what it is. Problem is when I do these podcasts, I don't wear my glasses because it reflects in and you can see everything but me, and I don't like doing it. But without having them, I can't read anything. Yeah, it just says a premium stamped mid-range from Latitude 64 and a new release putter from Dynamic Discs. So I don't imagine that's a new release. It's probably a plastic type that hasn't been released, potentially in the guard is what I'm guessing, the Keystone or something like that. But I don't know. I haven't seen anything. I'm just literally going off of the Disc Golf Scene website and what is being offered. So, but you still have opportunity to get in on that, even if you can't go. buy the player's package, get the cool discs, and then something new to play with, something to commemorate, or just to keep track of that history. So today, the dynamic disc released to all the retailers, a bunch of discs that are releasing on March 15th. You've got the first run Classic Guard, the first run VIP Gatekeeper, the stock stamped Opto Recoil Pioneer, the BT Maidens. They're now releasing the Classic Moonshine Warden, the Classic Blend Moonshine Warden, the Prime Burst Moonshine Warden, the Recycled Explorer. And then I guess they came across a bunch of the blue Moonshine Judges that they used for the 2018 United States Amateur Match Play Championships. Those are out there now. Once retailers get those, they can start selling those right away, along with the new Opto Bite Puppy. So if you've ever played with the little Opto Bite disc, it sounds like a smaller version. I'm actually going to Emporia tomorrow, so I'm looking forward to checking out some of those discs. And they've also released the Toonie Special or Dimax fundraisers. So again, a bunch of new discs that are coming out. Make sure you check those out. Majority of those are March 15th. The Moonshine Judges and the Bites are available now. I believe the Toonie Dimax discs are available now. So that is all I have for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, if you enjoyed it, share, like, subscribe. But until next time, keep sharing the Trilogy love with the world. See ya.